Now, listen, you guys, Advovo BBL is finally listening to the advice that people have been giving her in as far as hip hop is concerned. I mean, a lot of people have been telling her that her time is up and it may be time for her to tap more into her Latina roots. She's finally doing that. We're going to talk about that. And we're also going to be discussing about Deb. It seems like she's still standing on the 5 million offer allegation. And, she shed more light into how it was like working with Nicki Minaj and how her work ethic was like. We're also going to be discussing about this entire situation with No Money and Fifth Harmony. I do not know why all of a sudden everybody feels like Nicki Minaj is the one who's supposed to jumpstart their rollout, because what am I hearing about this person claiming that, oh my God, the Barbz were hating on them because they worked with No Money? And I'm just like, what? When did this happen? We're also going to be discussing about Doja Cat's predicted debut, as well as Carlos King being wowed by Nicki Minaj's lyricism. These are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the Tea Plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let us talk about Advovo BBL, okay? It seems like after the flopping of her previous single, she has decided to try a different thing. Now, I do know that when she came out with that song and she was sampling Jay-Z, she was messing around with the pink wig, sending her sister into pork on Nicki Minaj. She really did think that for some reason that entire song was going to take off. And she did expect the Barbz and Nicki Minaj to react a certain way so that she can therefore launch her rollout on Nicki Minaj's back. Now, what people seem to forget is that the so-called successful album of hers, well, the one interesting thing about it was, people thought that she was going to replace Nicki Minaj. So outside of Nicki Minaj, she really does not know how to do a rollout. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's very important for her. It was very important for her to align herself with Nicki Minaj so that, there can be some form of back and forth or beef. Now she doesn't know where to go. And I hope this serves as a lesson to Nicki Minaj that sometimes you have to be, unpredictable with your reactions, because they begged on Nicki Minaj, clapping back at her sister when the sister tried to be shady. Nicki Minaj coming for Jay-Z. They thought that, the same way that Nicki was coming for Caesar that day is the same way that she was going to come for the Transformer. And guess what? She learned her lesson with his. She paid her dust, and now she doesn't know where to go. And she's out there going back to her roots. Now, to be honest, am I mad at the fact that she's out there now sampling artists that probably resonate with her more? Absolutely not. Because contrary to what many may believe, I do not hate this woman. I just dislike the way that she moves. I just dislike, the double standards when it comes to her. I just dislike the fact that she gets coddled and gets away with things that other people could never get away with. But as a person, her individually, if she wakes up doing rock, I don't think that I would have an issue with that. So congratulations to her for finally tapping, into her roots more. She is, sampling a Dominican YT artist. Okay, I'm absolutely happy for her. This one's maybe she'll be able to live, authentically as who she is without having to cosplay as a certain demographic. Congratulations. Absolute congratulations. Now, whether that sample sounds good or not is a conversation for another day. That's all I'm going to say. That's a conversation for another day, okay? I'm just finally happy, at least maybe now that she's stepping into her true identity, the imposter syndrome will kind of go low, and, she will stop maybe going on the table, trying to look like Nicki Minaj and stuff like that. Maybe she will pop up with green hair, blue hair, or something like that. Okay, this way it's more authentic to who she is and, the people that she's sampling and all of these things. So my absolute congratulations to Advovo BBL for this. Let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about this. Did you see this coming or not? Personally, I kind of saw it coming because, I mean, this isn't, 2018 or 2019, and this is not also the panoramic, era. People are kind of tired of acting like her music, in as far as hip hop is concerned, is good. Now, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about, let us talk about Summer Walker. It seems like finally Summer Walker is admitting that, in fact, the Mic Snatch is inspired by Nicki Minaj. When Summer started doing that for her tour, and people kind of said, oh, well, it seems like she took inspiration from Gag City and, the way that Nicki would snatch the microphones from her fans and stuff like that. People came out here and said, oh, my God, it's not Nicki Minaj inspired. Everything doesn't revolve around Nicki Minaj. You need to decenter Nicki Minaj, all of these things. But finally, it seems like Summer herself is now admitting that, in fact, this might have been a Nicki Minaj inspiration. Once again, I'm not surprised because we all could tell that this was clearly Gag City inspired. So in a recent video that's circulating, she did snatch the mic and she said, Nicki Minaj Mic Snatch. Now, while some Barbz are giving her props for, giving Nicki Minaj the credit when it's due, some people feel like, well, she's just doing this so that more people can pay attention to her tour and stuff like that. Because you do know that some Barbz feel like Summer and Nicki do not exactly see eye to eye. People feel like Hey and Caesar have always acted shady towards Nicki Minaj for absolutely no reason, especially after working with Advovo BBL. Now, moving on to the next thing that we are going to be talking about. Let us talk about the predicted debut for Madlaminis in a song that she recently put out. I mean, when the song came out, I saw a lot of people being impressed by the video, being impressed by the song. Some were even saying that, well, this is going to be better than Super Freaky Girl. And I was like, let's see how this is going to play out. The video was absolutely beautiful, I'm not going to lie. But I just do not know, in as far as the selling power, if Madlamini still has the selling power that she had during her debut. I do not know. For some reason, it seems like a lot of people are not out here supporting her as they used to. Or I don't know if this is also attributable to the filtering that is happening in as far as streams are concerned. Maybe the polarization is not possible to do, as heavily as people would do it back in the day. So maybe that's the reason why her song is predicted to actually not even debut in the top 10. So yeah, let me quickly look at the chart predictions and let's talk about where the song is predicted to debut at. Okay, so looking at the chart, it seems like the song is being predicted to debut at number 29 with 14 million airplay and 10.2 million streams and 2,500 sales. Okay, so yeah, it seems like it is getting enough airplay if you ask me, and the streams are always high. You guys do know that when it comes to Spotify, Madlamini, for some reason, you know what I'm saying without saying it. So let me know in the comment section, do you think that 29 is a flop, or do you think that, well, it is good, given that the previous video that came out from one of the so-called, I put this in air quotes, one of the main rap galleys failed to debut even in the top 60. So let me know in the comment section, is 29 a flop for a song with a video, or is it not a flop? Or what exactly is happening in the genre? Do you guys think that, without Nicki Minaj, these are the numbers that people are going to continue getting? Do you think that this might be an end of female rap as a genre? Because I do not understand what's going on for some reason. Because I've noticed that as long as Nicki is not putting out anything, that competition element to it is out. It's like no one cares. You get it? As long as Nicki is not involved in any of those things, no one really cares. So this is confusing. But anyway, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. The last thing that I will talk about is the Deb King. Let me talk about Carlos King. It seems like Carlos King was out there gagging over Nicki Minaj's lyricism. And each time that people act like this, I'm just like, so all this while you guys were not paying attention, you were not listening. When we talk about how much of a talented person this woman is, you think that we are playing. You think that we're joking. Meanwhile, this is the quality of her work. And you guys try to put her in the same bracket with people that cannot even properly recite lyrics that they didn't even write. And you want to compare those people to Nicki Minaj? But anyway, I will insert what Carlos had to say. And some people were saying that, well, he should have a sit down with Nicki Minaj and stuff like that. He should get an interview. And I don't know how I feel about that, because I just feel like a lot of people that happen to get interviews with Nicki Minaj, after that, there's like a sense of entitlement that just jumps out of people. And all of a sudden, they just start being disrespectful. So I don't know, you guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Meanwhile, let me insert what he had to say, and then I'll catch you guys after that.
So Raindrops, check this out. I was at the gym this morning, getting my workout on. Ain't about me. But I was playing some songs and it hit me. I feel like no one really gave Nicki her props for how she bodied this song with Future. I mean, technically it's Future's song featuring Nicki, but any song Nicki's on, she's the lead. But I digress. We need to get into these lyrics that's a part of her verse. Transformer. I just popped a transformer. Master bathroom. 2 jacuzzis. And a sauna. They ain't warned her. Now she out here facing karma. Had a chance, but got at me. Now she's a goner. Where my bad bees? F these, give them trauma. Could have fixed his life, but now that end needs the Yala. All his friends trying to kill it. Eat it, J.A. Dharma. Ends snake, but stupid. I'm the snake charmer. It's a different tax bracket, upper echelon. I'm still the bad guy. I am a Decepticon. Some call me Nicki, but some call me Megatron. I'm stopping bags. And I don't need a red octagon. Yo, what's good? What's good? Nicki! I was at the gym this morning, getting my workout on. Ain't about me. But I was playing some songs and it hit me. I feel like no one really gave Nicki her props for how she bodied this song with Future. I mean, technically it's Future's song.
Well, there you heard that, you guys. There you heard that. Now, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Miss Deb. It seems like Deb is out there once again letting us know how it was like working with Nicki Minaj. Now, Deb and the Barbz have got a love-hate relationship. This is not a secret. Because there were times when Deb would act in questionable ways. I don't even want to lie. And up to now, even I myself personally, I do not fully trust her 100%, okay? I get that maybe she's not as bad as the others, but I don't know, something about her just doesn't sit right with me. I just feel like, I don't know if she can be 100% trusted. And also the fact that, well, wherever she sits down, she's talking about Nicki Minaj this, Nicki this. And also for that Lil Kim situation that she tried to do, that was shady business. Definitely shady. And so Deb and I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, you guys, how do you feel about Deb? Do you feel like she's fully to be trusted? Or like me, do you have like a sixth sense that's like just telling you that something is off about this woman? But anyway, this time she wasn't being shady. She was talking about Nicki's work ethic and how she was different from the girlies that were coming up. According to her, she was done trying to work with women. But when Nicki came along, the work ethic and how she did her thing kind of made Deb change her mind. And she also spoke about the $5 million offer. And up to now, she hasn't really told us who offered her the $5 million. There've been a lot of speculations around who that could have been, with some people saying that, well, allegedly it might have been someone from Fraudulent Nation, either the title swindler or of course, Desiree, allegedly. So I wish Deb would tell us more about who offered her that $5 million, because they deserve to be shamed. Imagine how crazy it is for someone. So they wanted her to do what? They thought that, like, if Deb dropped Nicki Minaj last minute, something wrong was gonna happen on that tour. I mean, they did try with Amsterdam. And when Nicki comes out telling you that Amsterdam wasn't a coincidence, you guys call her delusional. When it is literally the same show, the same tour that Deb was offered $5 million to ditch her. But for some reason, people will still say that, oh my God, it's a coincidence. Nobody has the time to be trying to sabotage you. So how do you explain the $5 million? Especially if it was coming from Fraudulent Nation. We all know that allegedly right now, they are going through some crisis financially. So despite going through that, they would still want to pump out $5 million just to make sure that things don't go well when it comes to this woman's tour. If that is an obsession, I don't know what is. But anyway, let me insert what Deb had to say. But I don't think that I'm going to be coming back after that. So that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching. And thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. I post each and every single day, and I keep you updated on what is happening in the celebrity world on Instagram.
As far as the work that you've done with them in your career?
In my entire career?
I know it's hard to pick because you've worked with some of the greatest of the greats. But for you personally...
My real working with?
Yeah.
Nicki.
Why? Why Nicki?
Her work ethics.
Tell us about her work ethics. Now, I've heard, the talks of how hard she works, but tell us from...
And she do.
Like, you are actually there. You've seen it. What is her work ethics like?
Non-stop.
Non-stop. Just
like, she was an artist that, most artists don't want to go nowhere till the night. They want to smoke weed.
Sure.
They want to go through that. That wasn't her. She up early in the day.
Early?
Early in the morning calling.
Damn it.
Okay? She's in the studio, in the gym. She was disciplined the whole while. She was disciplined.
How did you and Nicki meet?
Fendi.
Okay. All right.
I wanted a girl. I wanted a girl so bad. And Gucci had a show. And Fendi said, yo, Deb, I got a girl for you. I said, nah. I don't want this stuff. Because I forgot when it happened. Something just happened with some chicks. And I can't be bothered with that.
Right.
All that. You got to keep your legs closed for me. I have to pay attention to some things. I really pay attention to a lot of things. And he gave me this tape. I ain't even get down the road good. And I said, who in the eight? I said different, but who is this?
Yeah.
And then we had a show in Baltimore. Wayne was late. She was there at that time, but she wasn't signed to them. She just happened to be coming up there, her and her friend or whatever. And they was like, that's Nicki Minaj. And I was like, let's go, guys.
Yeah.
Let's go. I wasn't trying to hear nothing. I was just trying to get them. So we had another show that we had to go to.
Right.
And then the next time I heard from her, she was down there doing a show down there. And she was stuck and called. Her cousin called me. And her cousin, one of my security was married to her cousin.
Oh, wow. This is a small world.
Yeah, so me and her talked.
And how was that conversation?
It was very good. It was very, very good. And even, like, when she came, I told her, I said, if you come here, I'll help you. But I can't help you in New York because I'm not coming back to New York to stay. Because I knew that this was going to take a lot of work. And at that time, people forget a lot of things. But every artist I had, nobody liked them. So technically, we started that internet stuff. Because they couldn't come to the radio stations. They was blackballed. So we did everything through the internet. Everything came out through the internet. So there's a lot of stuff there. But she worked up against them guys. And they didn't give her no breaks.
Really?
And she worked.
Hard work.
She did hard work. I didn't go through nothing like not the way these women today.
Hard work.
She worked. And that's one thing I could honestly, regardless of whatever people say or whatever, she worked her ass off to get to where she's at.
Right.
I looked for the ethics, and I remember I said to her one day, you made it very difficult for me to work with another female.
Ooh.
Because I know what women was bringing to the table.
You knew from before, then you saw what it was working with her, and now you have a different perspective because of the standards that Nicki set. Yeah. Did you know initially right away she was going to be the superstar that she is today?
I knew she was very talented. I knew she was very determined. She was building before she even made it, before she ever even signed to Wayne. Like, she was already building.
I love hearing these stories because I think we forget the grind, the
journey. Not so much as you forget. People don't talk about it. It's like stuff that people keep away, and they claim they're the claim to the fame.
Right.
So, of course, they're not going to talk about that
stuff. Right, yeah.
But you just let it go, and it speaks volumes for itself.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
I had saw online when Nicki had posted that somebody was trying to take you away from her. They were trying to pay you $5 million to leave her tour. What?
I'm not going to get into that, but yeah.
But that was true in that way. And the reason I bring it up is because the game is the game, and it is a cold world.
It's a cold world that we live in, but the thing that's so important to me is that us as women come together. We're strong. We're strong. It's no disrespect to the men, but they can't even move like they move without us.
That's right. That's right.
And it's real, whether people want to realize this or not.
Yeah.
And it's like, loyalty means a lot to me. It doesn't matter what anybody has done to me. You will never make me be who you are. Never.
Oof.
Never.
Right. Even if someone slights you, you're not going to go out.
I'm not going there. I'm not clapping back at you.
Yeah.
I don't do internet beefs.
Yeah.
I'm not a keyboard
warrior
gangster.
Yes, yeah.
I do real time. Excuse me.
It happens like